These stunts you're about to see are dangerous. They were done by trained professionals in secure environments. Don't attempt any of these stunts any place, anywhere, or at any time. Welcome to Iron Extreme, the show that gives you a look into extreme lifestyles. Hang on to your seats and prepare to go for the ride of a lifetime. Iron Extreme is an exciting new show full of action-packed, edge-of-your-seat excitement from start to finish. Iron Extreme is now in high definition, so hang on to your seats. Hi, my name's Jim Duffner, and welcome to Iron Extreme in high definition. It's bigger, it's badder, it's in-your-face excitement. So sit back and prepare to go for the ride of a lifetime with Iron Extreme high definition. Today we have a real exciting show for you that you're not going to want to miss. So don't go anywhere, because Iron Extreme will be right back. Most of the time when you think of rodeos or bull riding events, you think about the bull riders as being the crazy ones, being the guys that are tough as nails. Well, they are. You have to be to get up on one of those big bulls. And let me tell you, as a former professional football player, I've had a lot of 280 to 300 pound offensive linemen come at me head on, but I can't even imagine what it would be like having a 2,000 pound bull made of pure muscle coming at me head on. Today our show's on the world's top extreme bullfighters, and they make their living by taking on big 2,000 pound bulls. So let's meet our extreme bullfighters.
My name's Wasey Munsell from Ulysses, Kansas, and I'm a professional bullfighter.
Hi, I'm Andy Burrell, live in Wilson, Oklahoma, and I fight bulls.
Hi, I'm Jesse Byrne, professional bullfighter. I'm from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Hi, my name's Dusty Tuckness. I live in Wautetsi, Wyoming, and I'm a bullfighter.
Curtis Smythe from Kennedy, Saskatchewan, Canada, 21 years old.
How long have you been fighting bulls for?
I've been doing this, since the time I could walk, but I really didn't start fighting bulls until I was about 13. I'm 20 years old, and I started fighting bulls when I was like 15, 16. I started fighting bulls full time.
I've been started doing it when I was about 11, 12 years old. Just kind of starting out as practice pins and just kind of progressing up from there.
4 years now.
How'd you get into fighting bulls?
Just went out to college. Always lived on a ranch, always worked with cattle. Just was a good athlete in high school and stuff. Figured it'd be up my alley. First night I tried it, got run over bad, and been hooked on it ever since.
I grew up around rodeo. My dad was a bullfighter, and we just traveled around to rodeos watching him do his job, and always liked it and decided to give it a try, and just never really looked back. Well, my family's always been around rodeo. My granddad fought bulls, my dad fought bulls, my uncle fought bulls. They all rode bulls prior, and I started riding bulls. And I always helped with sheep riding and stuff, but I had an opportunity to go to Rex Dunn School in my 8th grade year and really enjoyed it. And I quit riding bulls and just started fighting bulls now.
Started riding bulls quite a few years back and kind of transitioned over. Just wanted to help out one night and was at a practice pen and jumped out there and just kind of happened to be quick and handy. And all of a sudden got tired, so I started working more and more and quit riding as much and turned into a career.
What do you like the most about bullfighting?
Adrenaline rush and controlling over an animal. It's hard enough to explain that, but for them few that do it, it's a good feeling.
The reason I like bullfighting is just, especially that freestyle bullfighting. When you crawl for that gate, you could have the biggest problem happen in your life, and nothing else matters. It's just you and that bull. You can hear that crowd in the background, but you sure can't hear anything else other than watching how that bull comes at you. And he doesn't know your problems, and you don't know his. And he don't speak your language, and you don't speak his. But he's for sure going to be right there when you want him. So just game on. He's going to play. You just got to play with him.
Just having him come towards the camera's enough for me. He's 3 times the size of any lineman I ever won against. Dangerous sport? Watch this and you tell me. Have you ever been hurt?
A bunch.
Yeah, I've had a few injuries. Second bullfight I ever entered, I separated the muscle away from my hip and broke a tailbone.
I got 2 plates in my face,
Knocked out my shoulders 3 times.
Knocked my hip out of place and
a metal screener in my eye, separated my shoulder,
Knocked out a time or 2.
plate in my ankle, and dislocated my kneecap,
bruised up a few ribs in the back.
Knee and some ankle problems.
fractured my tibia,
Typical bumps and bruises.
A few fingers and toes and
broke my back, and I can't remember what else.
a little bit of knee problems, but it's been pretty good.
Yeah, I had my fair share of bumps and bruises, and you know, broke some bones and that. But other than that, you know, it's worth it.
Now we're going to show you a little preview of future shows that are coming up on Iron Extreme. Welcome back to Iron Extreme. We're here today with some real extreme guys, the Extreme Bullfighters, and they are as extreme as it gets. Did you get nervous before an event?
Not bad. Yeah. When you come here to an event like this, it makes the nerves run a little more, but you just gotta put it into a good thing and use it to your advantage.
Oh, I think if you're not nervous, you better quit bullfighting, because these bulls, they're there. They want to kill you if they get the chance.
What do you do to prepare before an event?
Try and relax and try not to think about it, but it's just another bullfight. You got to look at it like that. It's just another bull. But, everybody kind of has their different deals. Some guys want to sit alone and think about it. And, I kind of like to go out and look around and watch stuff. That's how I relax, is go out and watch the bull riding prior. It's just different for some other people.
So tell me about the bulls.
They're raised and they don't see people very often, and they're there and they want to fight, and they come out and they come out charging hard, and they give you that shot to step around their horn and get in towards their body. But once you get that shot, you got to keep moving, because they're not going to quit on you.
And they'll blow right by you, and you can turn around and square back up. But them old smart bulls, and they get catty like that, and they've seen that fake 100 times. Or when they start to come to you, unless you've got them broke down real good, they get about 5-6 feet, and they just start to check up and slow down. So they're not gonna blow all the way through you when you go to throw that fake. And a lot of times, guys will do that, and they'll get hit square in the chest if you don't stick them good. So they're a lot harder to get around, even though it doesn't look like they're coming as hard or as aggressive. They're really more difficult. So, and judges will recognize that a lot of times and mark you higher on your bull score for that. And then, as your fight score goes, if you've got one of them older, smarter bulls and you're aggressive and go to that bull, you're going to get points for your aggression. So if you go engage that animal, your score goes up on your side. So it's 50 points for the bull, 50 points for the bullfighter, and part of it's how much that animal engages you, and then the rest of it's how much you engage that animal and how smooth you are. If you want to, do step-throughs and turn your back to them and make it, put yourself at risk and make it look dangerous, they're going to mark you up for that. So.
What advice would you give to a kid that wanted to be an extreme bullfighter?
I guess just to make sure you're doing it for the right reason. Making sure you got your basics right off the start, and just get someone to help you out and have a good teacher to help you through it.
Best advice you can give is just go to them. I know you're going to be scared, but just go out there and give it a whirl and give it all you got. That's all you can do. If you give it everything you got, then there's nothing anyone else can ask of you.
Get to a good school, if you can find one. Rex Dunn, Frank Newsom. There's some guys that put on some good schools to teach you how to do it right.
Same thing as Andy said, go to a real good school and get your fundamentals and your basics down and learn how to handle a bull. Best ones I can tell you to go to, Rex Dunn, Frank Newsom's putting on some schools, and Rob Smets, and he's going to teach you some advanced things like, throwing your fakes and your step throughs, to where Frank and Rex are going to teach you just, how to get around a bull and just maneuver.
What about goals?
My goal in the future is to be, when they start talking about bullfighters, for them to say my name. You got to go into this business wanting to be the best, and that's what I come here to be.
I want to be at this level as a protection bullfighter. Then I'd like to work the NFR as a bullfighter.
Curtis Smythe taking a shot right there. He is hurt.
He's a driving wheel. You can't keep him from riding. Let it roll. Keep that wheel on the ground. Let it roll. Bring the speed of the sound. Let it roll. Go as fast as you can.
I dislocated my collarbone right at my sternum, and instead of it popping outwards, it's popped inwards, and it's stuck against my throat and rubbing on the blood vessels in my throat.
Footsteps of his father, Brian Byrne, who was the first and only Canadian to be selected to work the bull riding at the National Finals Rodeo. Jesse Byrne, a Canadian talent indeed. Last night he was 82 in the round. He finished in 5th place. He split it 4th and 5th with an 82. Let's do it. The red-eyed joker is the bull.
Doing something when it's riding or fishing or flying or putting. If he ain't doing it now, he'll be doing it when he gets a little instigation back from him and my friend. That there is a gleam, there is a notion, driving Get Down Fried Brothers party in motion. What do you got? You mean I got something different, or maybe it's not. Being as real and as real as can be.
He just put all of his weight right on the middle of my back.
It's me, but if there is a gleam, there is a notion. Get Down.
Jesse won the first night. On the last night, Jesse's knee went out, which he'd hurt 3 weeks earlier.
Did you end up 3rd? You did?
Yes.
What'd you get?
2nd. Yeah. It's a long way from 1st, but I guess it'll have to do for tonight.
What do you think of this guy?
I'm gonna get him more.
On the last night, it all belonged to Wasey. He won his 2nd world championship.
Lift it up, I need to go back to Wake's class.
So how's it feel?
Yeah, you know, it feels good. Winning 2 back-to-back is really an awesome feeling, you know. It's really undescribable.
Well, we tried. I hope everybody enjoyed it so we can bring it back for years to come.
How are you feeling today after yesterday?
I feel great. I mean, in this atmosphere, there's no way to feel bad. So, I mean, I had a good time.
Curtis told me he was scheduled for surgery next week when he got home. But if his shoulder felt better, he was going to do a rodeo right before the surgery. Are these guys nuts or tough as nails? You tell me. Maybe they're a little of both.
He's never coming back. His tires are squealing. He's leaving you wheel. You can't keep him from riding. Let it roll, keep that wheel on the ground. Let it roll, break the speed of sound. Let it roll, go as fast as you can. He's got that fever in his blood, he's a high-speed man. There he goes, he's out of sight. Twists his grip of dynamite. The brakes are there, no time to use them. See him go, imagine that. He's a high-speed maniac. You're in trouble, boys, if you gotta lose him. Let it roll, keep that wheel on the ground. Let it roll, break the speed of sound. Let it roll, go as fast as you can. He's got that fever in his blood, he's a high-speed man. Let it roll, keep that wheel on the ground. Let it roll, break the speed of sound. Let it roll, go as fast as you can. He's got that fever in his blood, he's a high-speed man. Let it roll, keep that wheel on the ground. Let it roll, break the speed of sound. Let it roll, go as fast as you can. He's got that fever in his blood, he's a high-speed man. To the Fried Brothers boogie, boogie woogie all night long. To the Fried Brothers boogie, boogie woogie all night long. 'Cause the party ain't over till the Frieds go home. When it's tracked to a field of fire, you know it's doing something when it's riding or fishing or flying or flooding. If he ain't doing it now, he'll be doing it when he gets a little instigation back from him and my friend. That there is a gleam, there is a notion, right? We get down, Fried Brothers party in motion. What do you got? You mean I got something different, or maybe it's not. Being as real as can be. That's why you is you and I is me. But if there is a gleam, there is a notion.
Looks like we're out of time on this show, so I want to thank you for tuning in. So until next time, remember, Iron Extreme is the show that keeps its eye on the extreme.